Good evening and welcome to the Commentary Hub's roundup of Day 20 of the Women's World Cup 2023. I'm your alternative host, Nicholas Jones, and today was the last of the quarterfinals. We will start with France. We'll start with Australia against France at the Brisbane Stadium. This would surely be the make or break match for Australia as they were up against their toughest opponents yet in France. They very nearly cracked under pressure as France started off the stronger side. However, goalkeeper Mackenzie Arnold proved to be absolutely vital to them as she saved many an attack from Le Bleu, who were constantly frustrated by her. Australia had a few goes themselves, but France were able to hold them off. Even after the match went over 90 minutes and into extra time, Australia managed to keep France at bay, and the partisan home crowd must have helped too. It all came down to penalties, and after a shootout that went to sudden death, the player that sent her country through to the semi-finals was Courtney Vine. Australia can now see the final on the horizon and are aiming to be the first host nation to become World Cup finalists since the USA in 1999. And the second match, which was our featured one, was England against Colombia at the Stadium Australia. Colombia have really impressed throughout the tournament and look to be on the way to causing yet another upset as Lecky Santos lobbed the ball towards the goal. Mary Earps could do nothing to stop this attack and Colombia were 1-0 up. But the Lionesses rallied together and fought back, with Lauren Hemp equalising shortly before half-time as Colombia's stopper Catalina Perez fumbled an earlier save, allowing Hemp to take advantage of the rebound. The goal seemed to give England a second wind as Alessia Russo fired in the second goal for England about 18 minutes into the second half. But Colombia weren't done yet as Lorena Bedoya and Linda Caicedo were keen to equalise for them. But Earps proved to be just too strong. England did just enough to make the semi-finals for the third time in the World Cup and consecutively, and will look to make the final this year. For Colombia, it was the end of what had been an outstanding campaign and one that will likely be remembered for a long time. And we now... now that we have our semi-finalists, it's time to do a short preview and for me to give my own take on things. Spain against Sweden could prove a tight match, but given Sweden's recent form, I should say, I'd have to go for them. But Spain could be tougher than Japan were in the quarterfinals. We hope to bring you coverage on Tuesday at 9 a.m. UK time, so keep an eye on our social media feeds for confirmation. The match most eyes will likely be on, though, will be England against Australia on Wednesday. England appear to have got their confidence back and will no doubt be looking to get revenge on Australia, having lost to them in a friendly earlier this year. But Australia have shown throughout this tournament what they are capable of, and a win for them is not out of the question. I see this match being fairly even and would not be surprised if extra time or penalties are included. I will be commentating on this match, which kicks off at 11 a.m. UK time. Thank you very much for tuning in to this roundup. To this roundup, and also a big thank you to everyone who's tuned in to these roundups, as it's our duty to keep you, as I feel it's our duty to keep you all updated over what's been happening throughout this Women's World Cup. So again, thank you very much. I do hope you can join us potentially on Tuesday and also Wednesday for the semi-finals to decide who will go through to the Women's World Cup quarterfinals. It's going to be a very exciting week. Good night.